Hi, Mike Bithell.
Hello.
So you have a new game.
I have the makings of a new game. I've started a new game. It's getting good. It's getting there. It's getting there.
And what is it called?
It's called Volume.
Okay.
It's a stealth game. It is kind of old school, kind of arcadey.
What was that?
Go into something really simple. So this is just an environment that kind of introduces to the player this idea of enemies and vision cones, but the objective in every level is to get all these gems, and when you've got all the gems, which represent kind of goods that you're stealing, the exit opens. The reason they're gems is because the AI in the game who's kind of creating these environments for you isn't great at what he does. He's not the best AI in the world. He's played by Danny Wallace, and he's designed to create like training simulators for bad guys, for people with guns.
And why would we know Danny Wallace?
You would know Danny Wallace because he is the main voiceover actor in Thomas Was Alone, the only voiceover actor in Thomas Was Alone. You can't kill anyone in the level. So the idea is, it's not so much like a massive political statement, it's more just, I'm very aware that when I play stealth games, I always play them the same way. So I always kind of, whatever awesome gadgets, whatever setting, I'm always going to be trying to walk up behind the guy and bop him on the back of the head, like in every single game. And I just realized that I kind of wanted to make a game with cool gadgets and cool ways of playing that you couldn't kill people.
Are there gadgets and gizmos aplenty?
There are gadgets and gizmos and plenty.
Who's its and what's its galore?
I need to remember the next line of the song, because there is nothing I love more than singing Disney songs.
Thingamabobs.
I've got 20.
Yes!
Yes! Done. So you have these gadgets. So this is a bugle I'm using now, which is basically a directed noise maker. So you pull the trigger once to launch it, and once again to make a noise. And it's anything that's within its range, which is denoted by the circle and the kind of glitching effect, will hear it. So you're using this really as a crowd control tool to kind of guide enemies around the space, to kind of get away from things. Resets are instantaneous because it's a stealth game and I don't want to reload for two minutes every time I die. I really want players to kind of try and come up with cool ways of getting through spaces. And
so if you screw up, it's instantly back to...
Yeah, so...
is it a checkpoint system or to the beginning of the level?
There's checkpoints in the levels, so these rotating kind of diamonds there are kind of gates that if you walk through, it'll save your progress up to that point. Really want to do everything I can to just encourage players to have fun with it, do their own thing, and not have to worry about, like, if they run around that corner, is it going to waste them a lot of time?
So is the core concept of the game going to be like this, where it's sort of a puzzle room, and you're trying to get through the puzzle room, or is there a narrative that goes along with it?
So there's a narrative with it. So the game's, it's an adaptation of Robin Hood. The idea is, if Robin Hood existed now, what would that be like? Because we have a world of a rich-poor divide. We have lots of interesting political stuff there. I kind of heighten it and push it in an interesting way, hopefully. But it's, what would that guy be now? And my feeling is he probably wouldn't rob from the rich and give to the poor, because Robin Hood was always a show-off. Robin Hood was always someone who wanted to be seen to be heroic. So the conceit I take with this is, my Robin Hood is a YouTuber. My Robin Hood is streaming crime. He's showing off on the internet. So this is basically, he rigs this military training simulator to upload online, to stream. And then he just starts doing crimes. But because it's all voiceover, because it's all this story that's kind of in this larger outside world, it's not directly tied to the environments you're in, which means that we can actually swap stuff in and out. So what I'm going to show you next is, the game comes with a full, really easy to use editor. So players can make their own environments. It's a work in progress, but it's coming along. You can just build environments, and you can be running through maps that your buddies made. Every map in the game is just a simple text file, which can be either shared via my servers, or if you want to just email directly the raw text file to your buddy, that's fine. Now, it's not Little Big Planet, obviously. It's not that scale of interaction. You're not going to be able to make a first-person shooter in this game. This is an editor for making stealth levels in the style of Volume. But you can make anything that I can make. Is available through these tools. I don't have an editor other than this. This is my editor. You want me to make a wall?
Yeah.
So like that.
And then if you want to level it up,
you just go back over yourself. It's just like painting in Paintbrush. The old system was kind of more like Minecraft, really. But what I realized was, Minecraft's designed to take a while. It's meant to be work to hit through walls, and I didn't want that. I wanted something that was much more straightforward.
So will the game ship with the level editor?
Absolutely, yeah, it's crucial.
So is this for fans of Thomas Was Alone, or are you going in a different direction, trying to get a new audience? Like, where are you going with this?
I'm just being massively selfish. I'm making exactly the game I want to make. What Thomas showed me was that if I make the game I want to make, it will find an audience if I do a good enough job.
Why not do Thomas Was Alone 2, Thomas Lonelier?
So, Thomas Was Alone Boogaloo. Thomas Was a Boogaloo. I could have done, and to be honest, I had a lot of mates kind of telling me I should. But yeah, no, I could have done that, and I would have made some money, and it all would have been well. But why bother? Like, I've had this opportunity because people took a chance on Thomas Was Alone and got into it and told their friends. I've been given the opportunity to basically spend like the foreseeable future making whatever the hell I want. I'm not going to use that opportunity to make a sequel. That's boring. Like I'm going to make the other game. You know, I really wanted to make a puzzle platformer. This was the next game on the list. This is the game I've been designing since I was 14. The rule I have is one game pays for two other games. So Thomas Was Alone is going to pay for Volume and hopefully another game after Volume of a similar size. And if Volume does really poorly, then that's okay because, you know, I've got the money to make something else.
Like Thomas Was Alone 2.
Like Thomas Was Alone 2,
Thomas
yeah. Oh yeah, no, Thomas Was Alone 2 will happen the second I start to worry about money, I'll make Thomas Was Alone 2.
So what platforms is Volume going to be on, and when is it going to be out?
So it is out on PlayStation 4 and Vita first, and then a month later it comes out on PC, Mac, Steam OS, any other platforms I can talk into letting me do it. But we're hoping for the end of the year. We'll see. It may slip into the year after. We're very lucky. We have the time to make something cool, and it's not going to come out until I'm ready for it to come out. So hopefully end of the year. What is the overlap between Little Mermaid fans and Joystiq viewers? Is that,
We are sure to find out in the
I'm
comments.
sure we will. I'm sure we will.